what he's done so far, his issue has been not settling. If you want to take encouragement from his demeanour in the paddock, you probably can, because he was nice and relaxed. I want to see him over fences, actually. I think that is when he'll really come into his own. But Nick's not had many runners back this summer, and he's not had a winner yet from a very small sample size, admittedly. He'll click into gear soon, no doubt.
Also mentioned for Strike of Lightning as well, number 9. A little bit of market support for him.
Yeah, there's a bit of Cartmel form in there. His win was a really sound effort in a race that worked out well. It was strong for the grade. He'd been given a chance by the handicapper, left on 74 after running well in a non-handicap. Didn't run as well behind Secret there, but he had missed 2 months prior to that last run. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him shape a bit better this time.
So they're quite a bit back from the tape. Starter is on his rostrum. Very shortly we'll be handing up to our commentator Gareth Topham, who's put in a mighty shift today. 8 races no less. This is race number 7.
A good practice the other night, Bernard, with 9 at Newcastle. So, yeah, this race has divided. It needn't have, really, given the absentees. But runners coming in. And they're off and racing. This is Division 1 of the Join Racing TV Now Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle. And it's a pretty gentle gallop on the run to the first flight, with Starlight, the light green sleeves along the inside of Galileo. They are the first 2, with Eloi Dupuis in the grey jacket to the inside and Bella Blue Sky working wider out. They were the leading wave of 4 over hurdle number 1, closely pursued by Ali Baba and Strike of Lighting. 2 circuits in front of them now, and it is Starlight under Conor McCann, leading them left-handed away from us, being tracked through by Eloi Dupuis, so the 2 market principals, 1 and 2 in the early stages, with back in behind them Galileo, and out a bit wider, racing a bit freely and without any cover, Bella Blue Sky. Ali Baba is next, and Strike of Lighting, Edward Austin, happy to hold him up at the rear of the field as they now go down to the first of the 2 flights over in the back straight. Starlight over it in front of Eloi Dupuis, who's taking quite a hold here. Bruce Lynn on board. Eloi Dupuis wanting to go a bit faster. Starlight nicely settled in front. And with ears pricked, heads on now to the 3rd hurdle. Starlight from Eloi Dupuis. Then Galileo from on the outside, Bella Blue Sky. Ali Baba, the hooped cap of yellow and brown. And then the white-faced Strike of Lighting, the back marker of the sextet, as they now race on down towards the bottom corner of the track, and a left-handed turn on towards flight at number 4 with Starlight. For trainer Lucinda Russell, who's already had 3 winners on today's card. And Starlight heads now to the flight along the side and jumps it well from Eloi Dupuis. Back in 3rd, Galileo. Then comes Bella Blue Sky, Ali Baba. And Strike of Lighting held up at the rear of the field. And at this stage, around about 8 lengths off the pace-setting Starlight, who brings them into the home run. 2 flights of hurdles up this part of the track to get across. And Starlight continuing to bowl along quite merrily up at the head of affairs, and is jumping pretty well too from Eloi Dupuis on the outside. They're being followed by Galileo, the red cap, purple jacket of Bella Blue Sky. Ali Baba's jockey, Joe Williamson, just taking a little look over his left shoulder to see how far back Strike of Lighting is, and the answer probably around about 2 to 3 lengths as they now head up the hill to the flight, which will be the last in another circuit of the track. This followed by a short run-in to the winning line. Starlight. Good jump from in 2nd place, Eloi Dupuis. And then down the outside, Galileo, Bella Blue Sky, and Ali Baba, and still Strike of Lighting in rear. So a pretty uneventful first half of the race as they now swing left-handed and race away from us in this Division 1 of the Join Racing TV Now Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle. Starlight in front here has been allowed to set a nice steady pace here. So often when races are run this slowly, being on the front end is the place to be. when things begin to lift, and they will do shortly. Starlight taking them on towards 5 from home. And again meets the flight cleanly from Eloi Dupuis and Dalileo, with on the outside Bella Blue Sky. All of those easing perhaps a fraction closer to Starlight, just putting a little bit of pressure on Conor McCann and Starlight now in order for them to maintain this lead coming over the next flight. Ali Baba and the patiently ridden Strike of Lighting. So racing now on the long run to the third flight from home, which is along the side of the track. No great changes in the order. Starlight now joined by Eloi Dupuis, who's gone strongly throughout. And as they leave the far straight, Eloi Dupuis just noses to the front ahead of Starlight. Bella Blue Sky close up in behind them. Dalileo to the inside. And they're being followed by Strike of Lighting and Ali Baba as they come down towards the third from home. Eloi Dupuis ahead of Starlight, now half a length or so between the pair, with Bella Blue Sky poised. Then Dalileo, the red colours, to the outside of that one. Strike of Lighting begins to come a little closer, and Ali Baba now the back marker. Starlight is, as they make the journey on in, sliding back, and Eloi Dupuis now looking to fend off Bella Blue Sky. The improving Strike of Lighting away to the left with the white blaze down his face, made it a wall of 3 there at the second flight from home. Dalileo took it in fourth, Starlight driven along next, and then Ali Baba as they make the run in between the final 2 flights, and Bella Blue Sky goes for home under Dylan Hurst. Leads now from Eloi Dupuis and Strike of Lighting. Dalileo is next as they head towards the final flight, and it is Bella Blue Sky seeking a second win here at Kelso. Has got a couple of lengths in hand over Eloi Dupuis and the running on Dalileo. Here's the last flight. Eloi Dupuis was back on terms with Bella Blue Sky. Dalileo, Strike of Lighting down the outside, and Eloi Dupuis going home strongly here, and it's Eloi Dupuis who goes on to win. Tight for second, Strike of Lighting this side of Bella Blue Sky. Dalileo was in the mix. Starlight and Ali Baba not beaten too far.
Eloi Dupuis is a maiden no more and is much the best under Bruce Lynn in Division 1 of the Join Racing TV now conditional jockeys hurdle. Dan, it looked like...
What a bunch finish.
Indeed, what a bunch. The handicapper will be well pleased with that. But Nick Alexander will be well pleased with his winner, Eloi Dupuis, who came travelling home like the wrath of God under Bruce Lynn.
Yeah, you see sprints at Kempton, the next track up in the alphabet, that are where they're covered by greater distance than that. Weird race of changing fortunes. Starlight looked like she might finish tailed off as she lost the lead when Eloi Dupuis went to the front. She's ended up rallying again. Bella Blue Sky, who's made the most impressive move in the race to go clear briefly. She's arguably shaped like the run was just needed in the end. She's